Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is your weekly general reading for the week of, well, I'm reading it for the 22nd and the 28th as my time frame to read it for. But if you find it at a different date, that's fine. We find things when we're supposed to. Yeah, all the housekeeping stuff is down below, like birth charts and decks used and all that sorts of thing. As I'm shuffling the cards, a really strong thing come through, which was hope after heartbreak. So, I'm really hoping this does give you hope after heartbreak, if that's the case. But let's see what we've got for you. But if you have been through a heartbreaking grief situation, there is still hope. Please don't lose hope. There is so much out there, and it was a major star telling me the hope. So there is major blessings coming your way. You just need to be ready to receive them, or willing to receive them. The more you focus on the fact that nothing seems to go right, the more blocked you are from receiving that. So it's about changing your negative mindset into a state of abundance and gratitude. And I know that sounds really easy, but it's I know it's not. But it's about doing that in order to receive the blessings that are coming. Let's see what we've got for you this week. It may be completely different from what I've just picked up on the initial cards. Eight of Pentacles, hard work paying off, maintenance of a situation, results coming in on something you've been working on. Oh, I got like a positive result then. Like a positive, if you've been working, a positive test result. And I didn't get it like in a COVID way. I meant like a pregnancy or a exam or a test, something you've had to, that you've kind of been hoping would be positive is coming out positive. Wow. I like that. I like that. Oh, there's a tinge of sadness. Why is there a tinge of sadness with that? Was it really hard work? Was there a lot of cost along the way? Four of Wands. It's come through. Creativity, freedom. Oh, okay. That could be where the negative comes from. Like you've put in all this hard work and yes, you've got to a point and it's successful. Maybe there was a much wished for pregnancy, but the journey you started on when you were trying isn't the same place you were in. You're not in the same position. Like the fact that that was the focus of trying to get pregnant is kind of like, now it's happened, you're like, oh right, okay, we were so focused on trying for a baby, we didn't stop to see what the toll was around us. Like, are you as stable as you thought you were? Because a baby's a huge thing. A baby is not a band-aid for a relationship. In fact, it's the complete opposite. But yeah, it's almost like I don't know, or even if this is within a work environment, this is like a mid-term review. It's like you assess how far you've come, and yes, you're celebrating successes, baby, engagement, moving in together, finding each other, whatever. But also you're looking to the future, like, are we strong enough to take this journey together? Are we capable of doing X, Y, Z? Are we, are we strong enough moving forward? Do we need to do some sort of assessment and realignment? And that's what the Four of Wands is for me. A lot of people say it's like a twin flame soulmate card. And yes, sometimes it is. But in this situation, with regards to the Eight of Pentacles, it's about maintenance and relationship. Have you been putting enough work into your relationship? Have you been putting enough work into your job? Are there skills you need to work on in both relationship and this applies to both? Like, maybe you need to assess both of those things. Does work how does that marry up? Does it work within your relationship? Does it fit? Is it the right job that you should be doing to fit the relationship and the lifestyle you want to have together? You know what I mean? It's like, this is like an assessment of everything that's right in going on in your life, whether that's work or relationship or anything else. It's assessing, is that, where are we with that? How far have we come on that journey so far already? Yes, let's celebrate that we've got this far. Look what works. But then also look at what isn't working and what do you need to adjust? What do you need to refine? What do we need to fine tune? What do we need to build the skill set of in order to move forward because there are obstacles. I'm not going to lie, there's obstacles and stuff. There's success and there's heartbreak and there's overburden. And I want to make sure that if I'm going through this, the rest of this journey, we're only 4/10 of the way through. You know what I mean? We're not even halfway yet. Have I got enough? Is there enough in our tank of our resources and our skills that we can bring together and collaborate or pull together in order to move forward over obstacles, competition, success, loss? Do you know what I mean? Like, when it hits the fan, are we going to be able to, is it going to survive through obstacles that are going to get in our way? Is it going to survive, like, are we going to survive each other? In the sense that, are you going to when stressful situations happens, are you going to batter each other, or are you going to batten down together and weather that storm? So it's very much like working out like how what you have right now needs to be fine-tuned and refined and aligned, basically, in order to move forward. It's a little safe haven to kind of do that review of what's going to happen, or what could potentially come up in the future, and are you going to be strong enough to go ahead? And if there's a baby coming, you need to make sure that you are strong and weatherproof. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Investing energy in order to prosper. You're investing in the future, whether that's in your career, or whether that's in financial investments, or whether that is investing in a relationship. You need to know that you are planting that potential seed in a very fertile environment where it's going to thrive and reap the benefits going ahead. Like, it's going to be abundant and joyful harvest, not we're going to have to work and work and work and work and get very little payoff out of it. You want to be investing your energy wisely to have the greatest profit. Don't get me wrong, there are adjustments and compromises to make along the way, but there's a difference between compromising and settling. And whatever this thing that's come up that you're celebrating, that's a positive result of something, it's almost like you proposed something and then they said yes, and you're like, oh, hang on, them actually saying, yeah, we're engaged now, or whatever, or you book a wedding and you go, oh, there's our wedding date, and you go, oh, hang on, wow, that's actually happening. Even though it was your idea, or not their idea, or whatever, whoever it was. It might be your idea, it might not. But it's like, oh, this is actually happening. Okay, am I doing this with the right person? Don't get me wrong, if you've conceived a child, there's no going back from that. You've made that decision. Marriage you can get out of. Houses you can get out of. A child you can't. So really, you should have done this assessment before having a child. If you're trying for a baby, it's likely that you will succeed, so you kind of need to do that review now. But this is very much planting a seed in a fertile environment. So if you're not already trying, if you're trying for a baby, it looks likely that this could be coming in the near future, that you have planted a seed in a fertile environment. So you need to make this review now before that actually happens, if that's to do with a child. But it's about looking to the future. What's going to make you happy? Who makes you happy? Oh wow, okay. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. These are like the happy ever-ending cards. You need to know who this is. Who's this person that you're going to build a world with, have a legacy and a family with? You know what I mean? Or your job, how is that going to support this to make it emotionally abundant and financially abundant? Not financially, materially. To be wealthy doesn't mean necessarily that you have millions of pounds in the bank. You can live comfortably and have material wealth. That does not involve being financially well off. But what's going to make you happy? Where's the legacy? You know what I mean? If, like I said, there's a long journey. You're only at a 4, and you need to put the effort in order to get all the way to the 10. So, and then into the court, and then you're into the court, and the kings and queens and all sorts. So, who do you want to take that journey with? Or what do you need to invest in order to have a legacy that you can pass along to your family if this is to do with work? You need to do a job that you are happy in, because if you want the financial payoff, it's going to need a lot of work, and you need to know that it makes you emotionally happy and fulfilled, creatively fulfilled, in order for you to put that much work and effort in to be that financially abundant at the end of it. That it has to have the payoff emotionally and financially. Yeah, there's something around you is causing anxiety right now. Like, you're not even sure if it's the right thing to do, what you're doing right now. And if this is a doubt about a relationship, do not be going trying for children. You need to just go, do you know what? We need to hold off for a minute while we assess, is this actually the right thing to do? It's an incredible commitment. There is an incredible commitment, and it is that incredible commitment, the realization that there could be a marriage, like you've booked a wedding, or you just got engaged, or you've taken on a huge commitment with regards to your employment, like you've agreed to go and study a course or whatever. There is an element of itchy feet, cold feet here. Whether that's permanent, like this isn't the right thing for you, only you can decide if you want to make this commitment. I can't tell you yes or no. but it is this commitment that is causing that anxiety, and it's keeping you up at night. And you've kind of, yeah, Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is all about, do I take the next step? Do I do that leap? Am I going to get battered on the other side of it? It's almost like there is a doubt that you think that this journey is worth taking with someone, or this, it's that element of not sure. It's that uncertainty, that cold feet energy. It's like, oh, this is happening. Oh, hang on. Actually, I was so focused on this is the next step to take. I didn't even assess whether it was the right one that I wanted to take it. I don't know if there's been an element of being battered and pushed into having this. I don't know. Or if it's been a brutal journey up to now and you're going, at some point, is it going to get easier? And then you're going, is it going to get easier? I don't know. How many times can you be battered in this situation? But, you know, like, am I ever going to succeed? Is it ever going to be happy? Am I ever going to be happy in this job? Do I need to change my job? Do I need to look at who I've committed myself to from a contract point of view? Do I need to look who I've committed to within a relationship? Only you can answer that. It's about maybe taking some time and some space away from the situation in order to give yourself time to reflect and decide, is this what I want? Because if you're in a relationship and it's strong enough, if you say, look, I just need to just take a bit of rest, can we just leave the planning for a little while? Or can we stop with the trying for a baby quite so much, because it feels like I'm just a baby machine right now. Like, this is like this all our relationship's about. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many, we keep trying and we keep trying and we keep trying, and it's almost like a pressure cooker right now. If that is to do with trying for a baby, that is like a pressure cooker right now. And that's why nothing's happening, because everybody is so stressed and pushed about it. It's always like you need to take the pressure off, kick back, and just connect with each other again, because it's, this thing is so precious to both of you that it's kind of caused this. Or even the wedding. Do you know what I mean? This thing is so important within your relationship, and you just need a bit of time and space to kind of get your head around, like, is this stress worth it? Is this pressure worth it? You know, if it happens, I'd rather it just happened. And I mean, you can't really with a wedding, but if it just happened naturally, like, if it would just take the pressure off. Like, I just feel like this is all it's about right now. It's not about our relationship. It's about a bloody wedding, or it's about having a baby, or it's about buying a house, or it's about whatever. It's almost like you need to take the pressure off, take a step back, and just take a bit of time on your own, or even together. Just take the pressure off and just give yourself a bit of perspective about where it is you want to go. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Where's your passion lie? Your loyalty? Beginnings, travel, new journeys. You're about to embark on a new frontier. You want to make sure that you're passionate enough to see it through to the end. And it's very much passion, commitment. There's the Queen of Cups. Oh, that's gone really blurry. Sorry. That's all of a sudden gone really blurry. Why is the... Anyway. Compassion. Caring, intuition. I think you know where you're supposed to go. I think you know what you're supposed to do. You know where your heart truly lies. It's just you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. You need that space, but you're scared to tell anyone that you need that space to kind of get your head around everything, to focus. Where do I need to apply my emotions right now? You just kind of need to take some space. And it doesn't have to be forever. If you're concerned, saying, look, I just need a bit of space just to get my head around what's going on, and their reaction is, oh my God, you're dumping me, that speaks volumes. Like, I'm not dumping you. I just need to get my head around just this situation. It's such a major life event. If you don't take time to adjust to a major life event, and they won't allow you to have that space to adjust to it, if you've just got engaged and they're planning the wedding and it feels full on, and you're like, do you know what, we just got engaged, I just need a minute just to get my head around the fact that this is happening and how much money it's going to cost me. And do you know what I mean? We haven't even had time to celebrate the fact that we're engaged and we want to spend our life together before everything's kind of happened on us. Or you go, oh, we just said, well, if it happened, it happened, and now all of a sudden we're actively trying for a baby, and the pressure's on, and it feels like I have to perform. Or, you know, if it doesn't happen, I failed to give you a child. It's almost like there's so much pressure in this situation. There doesn't have to be. It needs to get back to the foundation, which is we love each other. and we're strong together, and that's why, or this is the career. Do you know what I mean? If this is weathering this isn't weathering the storm of coronavirus and the negative thing. Is it the right environment I'm supposed to be in? Is it even making me happy? If it makes you happy and you're managing to get by, things will pick up again. But it's almost like you're doing kind of an assessment of the situation. Like, is this emotionally benefiting me? Materially, wealth, do I feel abundant in this situation with either feelings or financial? And mutually, because this needs to lead to you being happy and abundant. So only you can make that decision. To a new jump, where are you going to take the leap? And it has to make sense to you. You have to trust your gut in this. I don't know if this is somebody that's kind of blurring up everything, because that came in blurry, so it felt like a blockage, like something's fuzzy. The Queen of Cups, if that is it's a water sign person. It could very well be a mother that is meddling and putting ideas in someone's head. Like, they think they're doing it for the right reasons, but they're kind of going, or maybe they are doing it for the right reasons. I don't know, but it doesn't come from a place of meddling as such. It's just they're being very forthright with their opinions of what would be best for you emotionally. So it might be that you've got engaged to someone and there's a mother figure around you whispering in your ear going, is this the right person? Are you sure this is the right thing for you? Don't get me wrong, I'm happy for you and I'm fully supportive, but something feels off, and their intuition is telling them something's not right. And I think they're picking up on your cold feet, but that's why they're having that conversation with you, because they're going, is this the right person? Are you sure this is the person that you wanted to have children with? My right hand is really boiling hot right now. That's really weird. Is this the person that you're supposed to be with? You know, when you saw yourself getting married and having children, who was the person you pictured that with? Is it this person? There's something niggly, and I'm really getting that it's a mother that says it. Like, are you sure this is the person? Because, you know, marriage is a big commitment. Are you sure this is the person? That is really hot on my hand. Are you sure this is the person? They're doing it. They care about you. That's why it's the love hand. They're trying to hold your hand. They're trying to offer you guidance. Like, they fully support whatever decision you go for. It's not that they're saying this isn't the right person for you or whatever. They just want to make sure that you have considered and that you're taking the time and the space around them, around this situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's got to this, you go to them and you go, do you know what, it's just all about trying for a baby, and they just go, just take a step back, just take a step back. Do you know what I mean? If this is supposed to happen, it will happen. Do you know what I mean? Maybe this is a really good time to assess, you know, do we want children, or what the long-term plan was. It's almost like it's been expected that because you've been together X amount of time that you'd get engaged, or X amount of time that you'd be married, or X amount of time that you have a baby, that there are nobody gets to dictate what timeline you have in your relationship. So they're coming to you with questions, and the reason you're reacting like you are, like defensively, is because they've picked up intuitively what's already going through your head, and because they've hit that trigger, that's why you're lashing out at them. And it's somebody that you're close to, like a mother or a sister, or and that's, or even a father possibly. It's just, I got the feminine energy from the thing, and that's really bad of me to assume gender roles, but it is somebody that is intuitively picks up when you're not right, and they're just going, you're not okay. They've picked up your vibes and gone, safe space to talk, basically, and you've hit the button. No, I don't want to talk about it, because everybody's expecting me to do XYZ, and it should be XYZ, and this person that I'm with is expecting XYZ, and why isn't it happening by now? And there's a time scale, and you're like, this kicks in, this overthinking, what keeps you up at night, that kicks in. When what you really need to do is assess, why is that triggering me? Why is that triggering anxiety in you? But you need to go into it free, like, sure. Do you know what I mean? The Fool is like taking that leap into the new frontier because you know it's the right thing, because your gut tells you it's the right thing. So when you think about, is this the job for me? Does your gut tell you that it's right, or does your gut react? If it's to do with getting engaged, does it fill you with fear? Like a fear you can get over, or is it like your gut goes, this is not the right person? If you're booking a wedding and you're about to write a 15 grand check to somebody to pay for a wedding for something, and you go, this is a lot of money, this has to be right. Like, And not that you equate emotions with feelings, it's just that is the thing that's triggered you. Like, I'm signing a 15-20 grand check. This is a lot of money. Is this the right person? And you're doing it's just something's triggered doing this assessment. If you know, you know you can leap into it and you know that it's all going to work out, then it's the right person. It's the right decision. This is trusting your gut. Other people might say it's not the right thing. Other people might say, why have you walked away from something amazing? Why don't you want to, why wouldn't you want to live with them? Why wouldn't you? Other people aren't in the relationship and they're not you. And their feelings of how you two fit together it's not about that. Because there's something, you're supposed to be doing something, so you're following it. This is what this card is. This is what the outcome is. Following something that your gut tells you you're supposed to be doing. But the person that's calling that up isn't triggering you to be ostentatious. Where does that come through? They're not doing it to be obstructive or anything. They've literally picked up on your vibes because they're in tune with you and going, what's not right? Why safe space for you? Talk to me. So don't lash out at them too quickly. It's just they are your sounding board right now, and they won't judge you if you say it's not, it's not what it should be, or something doesn't feel right, there's too much pressure. They'll help you process through. They won't even tell you what to do because they'll let you talk and talk and talk until you work it out. Friendship, yeah, it could be maybe friend around you, or even like gentleness has come through. Somebody that has gentleness, and they bring joy and light to you. Dreaming, solitude, turn away, ask for help. They've all come up. It's somebody that again with the dreaming it tends to be your subconscious. Sometimes you're absolutely right off a dream, but if you have this constant feeling from the dreams that are going on, keep a dream journal. It sometimes is your subconscious talking to you, highlighting an issue that you need to work on or resolve. And like I said, if that means that you need to take some time away, take some time out of the relationship, turn away for a little while, it may well lead to you turning away permanently. But if you take time out and you're meant to be together, then you're coming back. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if we're supposed to be with someone, life, the universe guides us on a path, but you always end up where you're supposed to be. So you may deviate from each other for even like 6 months or whatever till you get your head straight and you go, do you know what? No, now I'm ready. I'm ready to settle down and do this. But they gave you the space. So you have to be sure when it's something as important as this is. And if it means that you turn away from a career that you've always known because you want to go and do something else, that's fine. But ask for help. I think this person, this Queen of Cups, is somebody to ask for help. They're supportive. They will literally let you talk and talk and talk until you've worked it out yourself, I think, which is often what they do, I think. They just kind of sit there and listen and go, no, your feelings are valid, keep going. And they'll let you talk until you've come out with the answer yourself, which is really good. Tree wisdom. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sound it makes. That would suggest to me that if there are songs that you come into your head or songs that you hear constantly and it triggers a reaction and a thought in you, listen to the lyrics of that song. That feels really important. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Something's triggering something deeper within you and you need to sit and process that before you make any major life commitments, is really what's screaming through at this Sag. I think you know what you need to do. I think you already know what the answer is, but it's just, I don't think you're going to know concrete until you take a bit of time and space for you to process your feelings. It's a major life event. It needs adjustment. It needs space to process and to be sure and certain. I would rather someone take 2 or 3 months space and be sure that they're with me and sure that this is the step forward than for someone to feel like they're not sure and commit to something and back out later. To me, that's just more traumatic, especially if this is to do with having a baby, because Obviously, if the baby, you've already conceived the child, then that's different. But if this is like a plan, like, well, we could start trying for a baby, and you're not 100% sure, you're then bringing in, like, you're not sure this relationship can even survive with or without this baby, then is that really an environment that you want to bring a child into? Because that could inevitably lead to that child being from a broken home and having a less than favourable upbringing. It's not to say that single parent families aren't successful and kids don't thrive. It's not that. It's just when you go into it, you don't go into it thinking that we're going to break up in 2 years' time. You go into it thinking this is it. This is the person. You don't conceive a child when you're uncertain of the relationship. That really feels like that is specific to someone, that they're having a child or planning a child, and that's kind of been the trigger. And it's almost like somebody's mum's going, as much as I'd love to be a grandmother, I really love, it really feels like this mother, this homely mother that will make a cup of tea and sit in the kitchen and talk you through everything. And she'll just sit there and go, honestly, it's like, you're stressed because something's not right. What's not right? And they'll talk and they'll let you talk. And it's almost like they go, well, you're engaged. Honestly, this is, and it's wonderful. We're celebrating. We love them. But is this the person that you saw yourself settling down with? Is this the person you saw yourself having children with? Is there some element that is triggering you, like, again, from your subconscious, that's something, shadow, a memory that's just sat there, that's always kind of guided everything, like a rudder, like, am I where I'm supposed to be, or is this just a detour on a path to where I'm supposed to be? Do you know what I mean? But only they can give you that guidance and talk you through it. But yeah, it really feels like a mum with a cup of tea in the kitchen and some sort of cake, like a Chelsea bun or something, sat in the kitchen with a cup of tea with a Chelsea bun, going, right, talk to me. What's wrong? What's going on? What's not right? I hope that is of some use to you, Sag. As always, Sag goes on forever. Hopefully I will see you again next week. I'll be back with either the weekly or the monthlies, and hopefully I'll see you then. If you want to be notified of that, by all means subscribe down below, do the ring-a-ding-ding bell, and you'll be notified when they come up. I think I have a few more deck explorations coming up in the next couple of weeks, so they're going to be going on for a little bit longer. And there's a few more on their way. But yeah, so yeah, sometimes it is deck exploration videos, but the majority of the time it's readings. So I hope that's of some use to you, Sag, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye for now.